Welcome everybody to Clarington Kia, where it's your experience your way every day, online and in-store. And today we're going to take a look at this 2021 Kia Seltos EX Premium all-wheel drive crossover, hatchback, SUV kind of thing. I mean, the Seltos is kind of one of those vehicles where it's definitely a crossover, it's definitely an SUV, but it's got like that hatchback look too. Really unique vehicle, but one of the most popular vehicles that we sell here at Kia. So today we're going to take a deep dive into this 21 to show you exactly what you're getting with this EX Premium model. Now this has just over 32,000 kilometers, no accident history, really great vehicle, a perfect used car find right here at Clarington Kia. So let's talk about what is underneath the hood. The Seltos features a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, 146 horsepower. What's best of all is that you get an average fuel economy combined of 8 liters per 100 kilometers. That is a fuel sipper, a super fuel efficient Seltos, and that's fantastic, especially given that it's an all-wheel drive vehicle. Now, let's get into one of my favorite things on the Seltos, and that is this front end. This EX model gives you the LED daytime running lights, the LED headlights, as well as the LED fog lights down below here. So I mean, we've got some amazing lighting on the vehicle, and what a really nice design on there as well. And then you can see that this grille up front, I'm just gonna get in nice and close to show you the detail on it. I mean, it is fantastic. It's a beautiful looking front end on the Seltos, and then this burnt orange paint on it looks incredible. Now, as we come around the side, give you a closer look at these 18-inch wheels. Those are really nice as well. They really kind of match that design of the Seltos, the all-wheel drive badge, the LED indicator in the mirrors. And then let's take a step back, give you a side profile look. Now, as we're at the side, I want to talk to you about the advanced safety features on the Seltos. This is super important because a vehicle of this size and this price range usually doesn't come with like the best safety features, but this has the best safety features. So we have advanced forward emergency braking. And a lot of people ask, what's the advanced for? Like, I mean, there's forward emergency braking. How is it advanced? Well, this one uses the radar and the camera, which is located right up here in the windshield, to monitor, right up there, to monitor the traffic ahead. And that is the advanced forward collision warning. That's how that works, is using the radar and the camera. We also have lane keeping assist, lane follow, adaptive cruise, blind spot avoidance, not warning, blind spot avoidance. So that's an active safety feature. If someone's in your blind spot and you happen to try to make a lane change, it won't, well, I shouldn't say it won't let you. It will actively engage the brakes on the other side to kind of pull you back in the lane so you don't make that mistake. Rear cross traffic alert, so if there's vehicles, kids, bikes, something coming from the side as you're backing out, it will warn you to let you know that there's something approaching that maybe you can't see. And also it has Hwy Drive Assist, which is like Kia's semi-autonomous driving system. It will use that adaptive cruise control and the lane keeping assist on the highway to give you a almost autopilot-like experience. I'll explain a little bit more about that when we get into the car. Let's continue our tour on the outside and let's review again the condition of the Seltos. So coming around this side here, no dings, dents, scratches on that driver's side. Fantastic condition. If there is anything, I'll zoom in, I'll show you so that way you know exactly what we're looking at. Now these LED rear taillights are amazing, and then that nice design continues on into the back. We've got this really nice looking brushed aluminum piece down here to finish off the rear bumper. We've got that brushed aluminum piece right up there. I mean, it's a really well-designed vehicle. Now let's open up the trunk and show you what kind of cargo space we're working with here. Lots of room back here for your luggage. We do have this cargo cover that'll most likely end up coming out, going in the garage and never returning to the vehicle, let's face it. 60/40 split seats in the back as well. And then there's our carpeted mats that we just tossed in the back there so we don't get dirty. Now coming around the passenger side, we're just looking for any dings, dents, scratches to show you. I really can't see anything, like it's in fantastic condition. One thing to note here, these roof rails, nice sleek looking roof rails, cool design on the back, kind of cut out there A little bit less wind resistance, but thought I'd point that out as one of the nice little design features on the Seltos. And then let's continue and go around. And now we're gonna go take a look at what's inside the Seltos for you. So we'll start with the back seats. A little surprise in the back as well. And let's open her up. Oh, I should mention, so the new Kia key, right? We've got a remote starter on here and then your lock, unlock, panic alarm on the side. But the Seltos EX Premium does have a remote start, which is great on even hot days, right? Get the air conditioning started, why not? So here is our seats for the rear. Leather seating, perforated seats, nice design in the seats as well. I don't know if you can, unfortunately the sun is not really helping our videos today, but you can kind of see that design there. And then looking over here, we've got a really nice design on the door frame, but we've also got heated rear seats. So the outboard seats, which is like the outside seats, not the middle one, have heated seats, which is great. And then down here we have a USB port to keep all the little ones charged up with their electronics as you're on long road trips or things like that. You can keep it all plugged in and charged up, which is nice. Now looking in the front seat, I planned to fail apparently. I actually had tossed this flag up here and now it's up here and I'm embarrassed. I'm so sorry. Let's just put that down there. Let's pretend we never saw it. So looking up, power sunroof on the EX Premium model, tilt, slide, all the regular stuff that you're expecting. The front seats are in just as good a shape as the rear. No smoking, definitely no odors in the vehicle, no rips, tears, stains, burns. It's in amazing shape. And then the EX Premium gets a power driver's seat with power lumbar support and a power passenger seat as well, which is something that, again, I'm not expecting to find in this class of vehicle, but it's got it. It's got a power passenger seat. That's why the Seltos is our best selling SUV. Maybe not our best selling, but like top 2 or 3 for sure, right? Up front here, we've got that little A with the circle, which is for our idle engine shut off, which basically means as you get to a stoplight, maybe you're sitting there for a few seconds, it will actually shut off the engine. And why it does that is because it's obviously trying to save a little bit more fuel for you. Even at 8 liters per 100 kilometers, it's got you in mind. It's got your piggy bank in mind. It's going to try to get that fuel economy down as low as possible. Now that we're on the inside, let's take a look at what we've got here. So we've got automatic headlights. I just turned them on so you could see them when we could show you that. Automatic headlights here. We've got our radio controls and Bluetooth controls on this side. And then we've got our adaptive cruise control and drive assist on the right side. So this is kind of the new stuff, right? Turn your cruise on and then you turn the adaptive cruise on. But this is basically a indication of how close you want to follow to the vehicle in front of you. And then this is the drive assist button here. So to give you kind of a visual what that would be like, you're on the highway, you set your cruise control, you set your pace. I usually like to set it long. I don't like to creep up on people. And the cruise control is going to keep you at a speed, at your cruise controlling speed, until a vehicle in front is slowing down, and then it will match that speed and keep you safe distance. It then uses the lane keeping assist and the camera that we pointed out to keep you centered in your lane, even with gentle curves, not like sharp right-hand curves, but like nice gentle curves that you'd find on the highway. It will move the steering wheel and keep the car in the lane nice and centered. And that is like the semi-autonomous driving system that I'm talking about. Absolutely fantastic system. Now, it does require input every now and then. It's going to ask you to put your hands on the wheel and, you know, you kind of have to give it a little input. And that's asking you basically to make sure that you're still alert, you're still paying attention, you're not falling asleep. I'm sure you've seen all the stuff on the news. Ignore that, that's false. But anyway, you know what I mean. Keeps you alert, keeps you centered in your lane. It's a nice system. A lot of people say, well, why do I need that? Well, here's the thing. Short drives or long drives, you'll never know how much input you actually give on the steering wheel on the highway until the car does it for you. It's a lot of work, apparently. I've become so lazy now that when I used my lane keeping assist, I mean, it's such a nice, convenient drive on the highway, especially with that adaptive cruise. So something to keep in mind, definitely something I encourage you to try out if you decide to come and test drive this vehicle instead of just buying it entirely online. Now, in our gauges here, we've got a nice big information display. There's a lot of information that we can display here, but it's all the normal stuff: fuel economy, your compass, your tire pressure, your settings for the vehicle. Everything's right here for you to look at. Nothing new there to see. What's beautiful over here though is we have our 10.25-inch infotainment center. This is a beautiful setup. Look at how nice and wide this screen is on the EX Premium model. We've got our navigation over here, our time on the right, and then if we go try to do this, oops, right now we've got our radio display. That's a funky looking display there. We can change our sources and go to Sirius satellite radio if we want. We also have Bluetooth streaming if we want to use that. But of course, what's the way that most people will use it is Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. And I'll be hecked if I can find that now, but there is Android Auto, Apple CarPlay on board, obviously. I mean, it kind of goes without saying on a beautiful system like this that you would have that. But now you can see this beautiful menu here, our navigation, phone. We've got your climate control settings are up here in the touchscreen as well. We have a mood lamp, which is really neat on the Seltos. There's interior lighting that's kind of in the footwells and underneath the doors, and that all changes according to whatever color you want to display there. Our media here, let's see if this is where we find, yeah, so Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is right there, right? And then let's go back home. I want to show you one other cool thing. Back home, back home, back home. It's not doing it, no! We broke it, there we go. Back home. And then sounds of nature. I mean, this is, how do I put it? It's interesting, right? So, I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, I don't know why I like that, but it's got all these cool little sounds and nature things. This is a fantastic system. When we put the Seltos in reverse, of course, you still get a beautiful rear view camera as well. All right, but I love the 10.25-inch display, especially with the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It then kind of takes over and mimics your cell phone, which allows you to, excuse me, reply to text messaging with just your voice. You don't have to pick up your phone. It's got Spotify, it's got all your digital music, and any apps that are compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto you can then use as well. Keep your phone out of your hand, save yourself a ticket. Now, moving down here, we've got our start-stop button. We've got our automatic climate control. Basically, just set the thermostat, and it'll keep that inside of the car at that temperature according to what it needs to do, whether it's air conditioning or heating. Down here, we have a wireless charging pad right up top. So just toss your phone in there. It will charge wirelessly, and then a couple USB ports down below and a little junk holder. Now, we have our drive mode here, and when we give that a twist, you can see it goes from sport to smart to normal. So however you'd like to drive the Seltos, you can do that. Normal mode is just normal. Smart mode's kind of cool. Smart mode will basically determine how you're driving. So if you're just nice and normal and just cruising around town, it's going to put it into a fuel efficient mode. But as soon as you kind of tramp on the gas, it's going to put it into sport mode, which then gives you all of your horsepower. So that's an interesting one. I like to keep it in sport personally myself. Now, down here, we've got our shifter, of course. We have heated or cooled seats. In a Seltos, like, the features in this thing is so long. So heated seats or cooled seats, whatever you prefer, and a heated steering wheel down here as well. Now, we've also got our all-wheel drive lock. Should you need to lock the Seltos in all-wheel drive for whatever reason, the all-wheel drive system, this is fantastic. You shouldn't have to lock it, but if you need to or want to for that added confidence, go ahead and do that. We've got an electronic parking brake and AutoHold. AutoHold is one of my favorite features because you come to a stoplight. The stoplight feels like it's like 3 minutes long. Not to worry. When you get in and you engage AutoHold, anytime you come to a complete stop, you can let your foot off of the brake. It will hold it there until you push the gas again, and then it releases the brake. So you can just take your foot off, relax, wait for the light to go green, and then jump on the gas, and it'll take off and fly away if you're in smart mode. But no, I mean, it's a really convenient feature. And talk about convenience features between the Hwy Drive Assist, the adaptive cruise control, the AutoHold. I mean, we've got everything in this vehicle. If you are a high mileage driver, you're gonna love this. If you're on the highway all the time, you're gonna love this. If you're in stop and go traffic, you're gonna love this. Not to mention, our passengers will love it too because of all these amazing features in the Seltos. So folks, if you're looking for a fantastic deal on a 2021 low mileage, no accident, one owner Seltos, this is the one to buy, and you can buy it right here at Clarington Kia or online at claringtonkia.ca, where you can do this entire purchase right from the comfort of your own home, and then we'll bring it to you, drop it off in your driveway, just like Amazon Prime, but we usually wait till you're home. So Clarington Kia, your experience your way, online or in store. We would love to see you here. Take this out for a drive and wrap up your deal, or do it all online, whatever you'd like. But want to thank you so much for watching this little tour of our Seltos. We're really happy to offer this to you at the store, and we hope that you take advantage of this and put this in your driveway. So thank you so much for watching from all your friends here at Clarington Kia.